Have you ever sunk hours into a game, only to reach the ending that made you go, wait, what? You're not alone. Today, we're diving deep into the top 10 worst endings ever in video games. Now, we've all experienced that crushing disappointment when a game you've just loved drops the ball at the finish line. Why does this happen? Let's find out. Buckle up, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. Number 1. A tragic suicide. Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk 2077 may have faltered initially, but it recovers with a heartbreaking ending featuring V, your dystopian anti-hero. In a spellbinding moment involving Johnny Silverhand, voiced by the legendary Keanu Reeves, every second will feel like an emotional time bomb. A true clincher, however, is the touching credit sequence. Messages from V's friends, each a tear-jerking tribute to loss and friendship, flood in. It is a crescendo of anguish so profound that your gaming headset will be drenched in tears. This is not merely a game's conclusion, rather it is an emotional odyssey that dares to shatter you while revealing the haunting beauty of human vulnerability. Don't miss it. Number 2. Ending up with Citra, Far Cry 3. Prepare for a narrative roller coaster with Far Cry 3's startling end, in which you align with Citra, the mesmerizing ruler of the island. Imagine betraying your fiancé to join Citra, only to discover that the emotional stakes have increased from passionate to catastrophic. Following a not-safe-for-work encounter, Citra discloses that she's pregnant with Jason's child. In a ritualistic twist, Citra murders Jason to acquire complete control of her warrior-infested island, transforming triumph into tragedy. This ending is a vortex of Shakespearean drama, love, power, and betrayal, recalibrating your moral compass and leaving you craving more plot developments. Do not overlook this conclusion's jaw-dropping impact. Number 3. The death of everyone in the crew, Mass Effect 2. Suicide Mission is the thrilling ending to Mass Effect 2, putting your morality to the ultimate test. You pilot the Normandy as Commander Shepard, leading to a multi-species crew that feels more like family than combatants. You've conquered galaxies, but now you face a trial that could destroy even your most courageous allies. Even with the most meticulous strategies, a blunder could reduce your team to cosmic dust. Consider Shepard to be invincible. A significant loss of personnel contradicts even this notion, endangering your own demise. This is not merely a game, it is an emotional obstacle course that challenges the significance of each choice. The mission is not merely a combat, but will test your essence. Number 4. The high chaos ending, Dishonored, when mercy takes a backseat to mayhem. Dive inside Dishonored's morally complicated world of plague-ridden Dunwall. At first, you may want to be an avenging angel, quietly administering justice. But let's be honest, the attraction of becoming a full assassin is too much to resist. Embracing your darkest desires, on the other hand, propels you towards the high chaos ending, a horrifying crescendo that intensifies your every terrible decision. The city slides further under the grip of the epidemic. Emily's claim to the throne teeters on the verge of collapse, and Dunwall is on the verge of collapse. This isn't simply a game ending, it's a terrible conclusion that pushes you to face your own darkness. You're left pondering your actions, staring at the rubble of a once thriving metropolis and wondering aloud, was it worth it? It's a conclusion that will linger in your mind long after you've turned off your gaming computer. Number 5. Batman Arkham Asylum 2009. The day Joker lost his jokes. Batman Arkham Asylum. It lures us into the eerie halls of Gotham's most dreaded prison with a promise of intellectual warfare between Batman and his ultimate foil, the Joker. A character renowned for cerebral mischief, the Joker is not one for brute force. His real battlefield is the mind. When you think you're headed for a climactic mental showdown, the game pulls a jarring twist. The Joker injects himself with a strength serum, becoming a hulking brute more reminiscent of Bane than the clown prince of crime. It feels like a storyline hijacking, as if a different game's boss battle clumsily photobombed this intricate narrative. This tonal misstep doesn't just disappoint, it's a betrayal that strips the Joker of his quintessence to shoehorn an incongruous action sequence. In its final act, Arkham Asylum doesn't just falter in delivering a Batman climax, it egregiously misrepresents one of comic book history's most iconic villains, leaving us pondering, why, Joker? Why? Get ready, game lovers. Pause your game and get set to be amazed. Check out this incredible video.
A well-executed combo is like the work of a skillful artist, equipped and ready with brush in hand, every stroke painting a clear picture of brutality. The array of colors representing the versatility of his attacks. All distinct and in full contrast, yet balanced as all things should be. For after such a display of power comes peace. After such savagery must come serenity. For it will not be long before sleep falls upon the opposition. And when it does, there lies his masterpiece, stretched out upon the canvas. Dare I say, a work of art. Savage!
Before we move on to the 6th worst ending of a game on our list, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and press the bell icon to get the latest updates from the gaming world from this channel. So, let's move on. Number 6. Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor 2014. The Dark Lord's quick-time demise. This game promised to thrust us into Tolkien's mythic realm, pitting us against the malevolent Sauron in what should have been a showdown for the ages. Picture yourself as Talion, sword in hand, staring into the abyss of pure evil. You're ready for an epic battle, a contest of skill and wit with Sauron, the dark force that makes even Voldemort seem trivial. When your pulse is pounding, the game throws you a curveball of disappointment, an anticlimactic quick-time event. Seriously? We've had more visceral thrills hunting down garden-variety orc chieftains. It's like scaling Mount Doom only to discover that one ring is a cheap knockoff. What should have been a thunderous climax fizzles into an interactive tutorial that could send even a caffeinated hobbit snoozing. It's a missed opportunity so monumental that it leaves you pondering, why opt for the path of least resistance? What could have been a heart-racing finale alongside the epic tales of Middle-earth ends up as little more than a glorified button-mashing exercise. Number 7. Fallout 3 2008. The Apocalyptic Letdown. You've battled through a post-apocalyptic wasteland, your power armor scuffed from countless encounters with mutants and would-be dictators. You've stockpiled stim packs and you're ready for a face-off with Colonel Autumn that should define your legacy as either the wasteland's savior or its downfall. But you get a one-dimensional choice, funneling you into an ending that's essentially good or good-ish, lacking the depth or nuance to portray you as a devilish rogue or manipulative charmer. Your supposed grand finale? A lackluster explosion that feels more like an afterthought than a climactic peak. Suddenly, the game ends, leaving you stranded in narrative limbo. All your unresolved quests become as worthless as the in-game pre-war money. Sure, the Broken Steel DLC offers a post-game lifeline, but it's a band-aid on what should have been an intricately stitched narrative tapestry. What a missed opportunity to elevate a good game into an unforgettable experience. Number 8. Fable 2 2008. The illusion of choice in a world of costly sacrifices. You've defeated the Hollow Men and the Bolverines, setting yourself up for a confrontation with the evil Lord Lucian Fairfax. When you believe it's all over, the mysterious Teresa gives you a terrible option: either bring back your family and the lost masses, or claim a mountain of wealth. Every choice has a high cost, gnawing away at your soul like pages from a priceless novel. Although there's a noticeable tension throughout the decision-making process, the result is a mixture of regret and existential contemplation that is more annoying than fulfilling. Ultimately, you find yourself standing in Albion's lush fields, wondering whether you are its real hero or just the person it has to stay with. At the end of the game, you're forced to consider your options, which transforms what might have been a moment of victory into a somber reflection of loss and sacrifice. Number 9. Assassin's Creed 3 2012. Desmond Miles' heart-wrenching choice: to die a hero or live a false god. In the exciting ending of Assassin's Creed 3, Desmond Miles is forced to make a decision that is nothing less than cosmic blackmail. Juno and Minerva, who act like gods, give him the choice of sacrificing himself to turn on a screen that protects humanity from dangerous solar flares, or letting the world burn and becoming a controversial savior. As you, the player, get caught up in this moral problem, you can feel the raw emotional strain. Choosing the second option is the same as starting an end-of-the-world fight. Desmond chooses to give himself, leaving the other players in a somber silence and wondering if his choice was just a small part of history or the most important part. Number 10. Sniper Ghost Warrior 2010. The shocking cut to black that left players aiming for more. You just pulled off a perfect sniper shot after avoiding enemy lines and finding the perfect spot to shoot from. You're ready for a video or conversation that shows respect for your journey and ends the game. Instead, there's a sudden cut to black. The game ends without any conclusion or ending, which is basically a slap in the face for how much you cared about it. It makes you wonder the most important question for a gamer: is that all there is? This isn't just a disappointing finish, it also kills the story and doesn't give you anything for all of your hard work. Bye!